Why hello everybody, this week on Around the Fountain, it's Musical Chairs Asia Edition. Roster changes, tournaments are winding down, and enough patch notes to keep Cyborg Matt busy for weeks. Your first pick for Dota 2 news, I'm WhatIsHip, it's March 30th, and this is Around the Fountain. Now, as we all know, a few weeks ago, Team Empire lost Funnick to Na'Vi and have since been playing with Vigos as a stand-in. Recently, they've announced that they've decided to accelerate their relationship from best friends to spouses as Vigos officially joins the roster. Vigos has been playing mid since joining the team, placing Scandal in the off-lane position, and so far they've been doing pretty well with Empire placing 4th in the Star Ladder Season 5. Vigos had this to say. Start of my journey in Dota 2 wasn't very successful, and maybe most of fans remember Vigos from long gone. But here, in new ambitious team, I should do a tremendous amount of work at self-improvement, support me in the team because your cheering is very important for every player. And in gratitude, I will try to show a good level of gaming and make a contribution to the team play. Thank you, Team Empire, for my new cybersports house. Now, we wish Empire the best of luck, especially from White Elfin Hills. He's a huge fanboy. We were even thinking about getting him a hoodie for his birthday. What? Oh, his birthday was last week? Oops, well, there's always next year. Happy birthday anyway. A few weeks ago, we reported that Eternal Envy is looking to create a new team by sending out an announcement on NA Dota for the remaining 2 slots. Well, it seems that plan has fallen to the wayside as it's been announced that he instead has joined Kaipi, a European team of Zazawa's captain, Pylai Dai as support, Orize's mid, Bone 7 as offlane, and now Eternal Envy as the carry. It should be noted that Eternal Envy will be the only Western player as the rest of the team hails from Romania and Sweden. Now, so far, Kaipi has proven that they can hang with the big boys, especially in their performance against Na'Vi a few days ago. Good luck to Eternal Envy and as well to Clairvoyance and Lust, who are now teamless. 2 weeks ago, we reported on Banana joining Tongfu, and this week we have an update for 4Love's roster. And oddly enough, it's the return of 2 players that have been missing in action since the International 2. King J, formerly of eHome, and Zippo, formerly of DK, have officially taken the open slots left by Banana and Tutu, who left to join Rattlesnake. The new roster debuted in G1 League Season 5 today, but unfortunately lost to Chainstack 2-1. We're still not done with the roster shakeups. The latest change happened with Virtus Pro, who have dropped Alexander Santa Colton from their lineup, citing weak performance in recent times. It seems the loss to no title in the Premier League may have been the present that broke Santa's back, as the change was revealed shortly afterwards. Team captain NS had this to say. All I read now is NS is a liar, promised to keep the same roster and then kicks player. NS destroyed the team and such nonsense. I admit, recently I wrote that we won't change the roster and will continue to play and improve with the same lineup we have, that everything is as good as it is. Yes, I made it sound like everything is good where, in fact, it wasn't honestly as good, but what I wrote is what I personally believed. I believe that everything will be fine until the last moment denied what I was being persistently told by fairly experienced people for a long period of time. What just happened is an emergency measure that I tried to avoid at all costs but failed to. Santa himself is not entirely sure what his next move will be, and he's mulling over the idea of an early retirement. Whatever he chooses to do, we wish him the best of luck with it. Ars Art, formerly of Na'Vi, will be taking the spot left by Santa. Finally, on the musical teams edition of Around the Fountain, we have Rocks.kis. These guys have made 4, yes, full roster changes in the last month. A few weeks ago, they picked up Sharfix and Dread, then Sharfix left and was replaced by Solo, then Hardiv left the team, replaced by Vance Corp. With all of these changes in mind, we would like to present Rocks.kis with our WhatIsHip Roster Indecision Award. In all seriousness though, Rocks.kis does not seem to be having any problems adjusting to the new roster changes, seeing as they've qualified for the EMS1 offline LAN finals in Poland later this spring. And now, grab your water for the Million Tournament March. We've got 6 tournaments to update you on today, and if that's making you nervous, just wait. Dota is about to really get into the swing of things now that spring has graced us with its presence. For those of you currently in the northeastern USA, ignore the snow, spring is here, we promise. Let's start with the Raid Call EMS1. The 8 teams for the offline finals have been decided. The winners of Group A were Mouse Sports, followed by Fnatic EU. Group B's winners were DD and No Tidehunter. Group C's winners were Na'Vi and Absolute Legends. And finally, Group D's winners were Virtus Pro and Rocks.kis. As a quick reminder, the winner of the tournament goes home with 12K, second place gets 7K, and the two third place teams get 4K each. Places 5 through 8 will walk away with $2,000. That's a lot of prizes. The finals will be held on April 20th and 21st. Next up, we have the DreamHack Dota 2 Invitational. Though a much smaller tournament than the others, we know that the teams invited are going to give us some amazing games. Liquid in the lead with Group A at 3 wins and 0 losses, with the Q-Pad Red Pandas close behind with 2 wins and 1 loss. Meanwhile, Empire sits at 3rd with 1 win and 2 loss record. Meanwhile, the Group B side is still competing, and at present time, Fnatic leads the group with a record of 2-0. No Tidehunter and Dignitas are tied with records of 1-1, and Mouse Sports is last at 0-2. Just as a quick update, Dignitas had originally been given a walkover over Fnatic because they showed up 35 minutes late to the match. After further deliberation, the Good Studios decided to replay the series with a 1-game advantage for Dignitas. By the way, for those of you who haven't seen them yet, go watch the Q-Pad Red Pandas series against Empire and Team Liquid. The Good Studios has some really incredible production value on the stream, and the games themselves were very entertaining to watch. I don't want to give away too much, but I'll leave you with this hint. The D2L is still going strong, and for those of you who don't know, the season is 11 weeks long, and AC and Draskell have cast all of them. That's dedication, people. We now have our final 4 teams. Empire, Dignitas, Fnatic, and Team Liquid will be competing in the finals on April 9th and 10th for $5,000, $3,000, and $2,000. The broadcast will start at 12:30 Eastern Time, and Merlini will be joining Draskell and AC as well, so you definitely don't want to miss it. Starladder Season 5 continues to roll forward. One of the best parts about the professional Dota scene is that the teams are all very close skill-wise, and that shows in the various tournament standings. Currently in Starladder, no Tidehunters in the lead with a 14-1 record, Fnatic EU second at 13-2, Virtus Pro in third at 12-3, and Empire in fourth at 11-4. It'll be interesting to see how this dynamic shifts with Empire's official pickup of Vigos and Virtus Pro's recent loss of Santa. Once the online group stages end, the top 4 teams will compete in an offline playoff double elimination series. Each match will be a best of 3, and the grand finals will be a best of 5, with the winner going home with $8,000. Woohoo! So much Dota, don't worry, we're almost there. The Defense Season 3 is about to come to a close. All that's left is the grand finals between Virtus Pro and Fnatic EU. Both teams have proven they deserve to be in the grand finals, and it's going to be one hell of a match. Hopefully Virtus Pro will be able to pick up a solid 5th player to replace Santa before the series. The grand finals will be at March 30th. The grand finals will be on March 30th. That's probably today if you're just watching it, as the video comes out at 20 CST. Now the winner gets $10,000, second place gets $5,000. Dignitas has already taken 3rd place with $3,500, and Team Liquid taking home 4th with $1,500 in prizes. The Premier League, currently in its 4th season, is, in my opinion, already the winner for the award for the best HUD overlay. The copper-colored HUD is really gorgeous. For teams, Team Liquid and Team Empire are currently tied for 1st with the records of 5-1, Fnatic in 3rd with 5-2, Virtus Pro rounds out the top 4 with a record of 4-2. Now the winner of the tournament is going to go home with $5,000, 2nd place $3,000, and 3rd place $2,000. Our next tournament is a small one with some big names. The Ritmix Russian Dota 2 League is organized by the organization of Virtus Pro and will end on March 31st. It's a double elimination bracket with all games being played best of 3. So far, Virtus has moved on to the winner's final, and Empire and Dignitas will play to determine who will face them. The loser of that game will move down to the loser's bracket to play Team Liquid, and no Tidehunter awaits the winner of that game. Get it, got it, good. The winner will go home with $4,000, 2nd place $1,500, and 3rd place $500. We've got 2 more tournament updates for you, but they'll be quick as they're already over. The ISO Cup finished with a 2-0 victory for No Tidehunter over Team Liquid. No Tidehunter received 1,250 euros for winning, and Liquid received 500 euros for 2nd place. Though the tournament was a rather small one, we highly recommend checking out some of the VODs. The games were truly incredible. Finally, we've got to get out a big congratulations to the Q-Pad Red Pandas for winning the SK Cup, their first official tournament win. Congratulations, James. We knew you could carry that team. We'd also like to congratulate Absolute Legends for putting up a great fight in 2nd place. It's awesome to see them back in action. Finally, the Dota gods, aka Valve, have smiled upon us and brought us a new hero, Bristleback. We're also quite happy that he was allowed to keep his name, too. However, there was a lot of criticism aimed at Valve for taking so long with his implementation. Listen, if I could take a moment, I'd like to give forth a little bit of information for everyone. Making a hero probably seems pretty straightforward, especially for heroes that are already in Dota 1. But this just isn't the case. It probably takes 2 to 3 months for a hero to go from conception to completion. You've got initial designs, modeling, textures, ability particles, redesigns because the hero and or particles don't look right, and voice acting. Take a look at this picture from Purge. There are 3 versions of Elder Titan. There were redesigns of Templar Assassin, Phantom Assassin, and there's been 4 redesigns of Vengeful Spirit, and she's actually in the game. And the redesign was just released this patch, making it her 5th known iteration. My point is there's a shitload of work that goes into heroes more than we realize, and heroes are not the only things Valve's working on behind the scenes. So hit the brakes on the internet negativity, comments, and rage over no heroes, and realize that they'll come out when they're ready. Having said that, we've got a couple patches to go over. Last week's patch includes the parity changes for version 6.77c, which give a slight nerf to Drow, Keeper of the Light, and Nyx, and a slight buff to Treant. We feel like this patch is more of a precursor to 6.78, which, if we were to guess, will come in the next few weeks to a month or 2. Models for Dust of Appearance, Tangos, Quelling Blade, and Stout Shield now appear when dropped on the ground. Dagon's visuals have been updated to change how it looks at each level. Drow has an effect on her with Marksmanship passive being active. Some new cosmetics have been added into the game, new music for the world map in quest mode, and some other sound effects. And as always, Bot Guy delivers. Now this week's patch was the one that everyone was waiting for. Bristleback has officially been ported to the game. Finally I can snort and snarl over voice chat without being judged. More work has been done on Elder Titan's model. Vengeful Spirit finally received their model overhaul, and we assume this one is final. More particle effects have been added for both Abaddon and Skywrath Mage. New models for Gem of Truesight, Ironwood Branches, both types of wards, Magic Wand, and item recipes now appear when the item is dropped on the ground. Wisp has also seen a little bit of love as his model has been changed to its original blue color. His name has been changed to EO, that's spelled I-O, which for those of you unfamiliar with Warcraft 3 Dota was his original name. The dashboard UI has been improved to better integrate the social aspect of the game. By that I mean managing the millions of random friend requests from solo queuing. You can now add and remove Steam friends from inside the Dota client, as well as responding to pending friend requests for you. Ability tooltips have been expanded. Mousing over them while holding the Alt button provides more information, such as if the spell works through Magic Immunity. The replay UI has also been given a new button which will allow the viewer to rewind the action 10 seconds for a better viewing experience. Valve decided to implement something to combat the tactical pauses in games. Now pausing in a practice or tournament game prevents players from querying units, moving the camera, or accessing the shop if you were the team that paused. As always, a metric ton of cosmetics were added, including 2 new couriers and a 3rd bundled with a G1 League ticket. And we'd like to congratulate Anuxi for receiving her very own item bundle chest. She's been a real inspiration for the modeling community, and her items are always fantastic. Congratulations. Last week's patch brought the news that Timbersaw will be released in Tournament CM. We asked you, what kind of impact do you think Timbersaw will make? Here's what you said. 51% said A, a little. There are way too many choices in heroes to use. 20% said B, a fair amount. He could be used in the role of a ganker and or nuker. 25% said he's the next motherfucking Clockwork. And 4% said, I don't really know enough to answer. This week we want to know how you play Bristleback. Here are your options. A, rush blade mail for maximum spikiness. B, turn your back to the enemy because cool heroes don't look at explosions. Spit viscous nasal goo at the enemy team while sneezing over voice chat. And D, spend the entire game oinking and snorting at teammates over voice chat. That's it for this week's massive episode of Around the Fountain. I'll be at the Rochester EGS LAN on April 13th and 14th, as well as Gods, Luminous, Eternal Envy, Mott, B-Ballin'. There's a lot of people going. If you're in the area, you should definitely come. It's $5 for a spectator pass and a bit more if you actually want to compete. But I encourage you all to check it out. That'll be on the Beyond the Summit stream. Until then, subscribe here, and I'll see you next time for Around the Fountain.